Step 2 of the apron project, we are going to be laying our pattern out onto our fabric. Now, a couple things that you want to consider. First of all, you're going to get your apron from your teacher. We've got a classroom set. There are two pattern pieces inside of your pattern envelope. Please make sure that you're being conscious of the numbers that are on these patterns so that you're getting the correct pattern pieces back into the correct envelope. This is pattern number 24. So if I unfold this, is my body piece. There's a 24 on the body piece. This is my strap. There is a 24 on my strap. So I've got these two pieces. There are lots of instructions on these body pieces. You'll notice it says cut 2. As long as I am through both of my layers of fabric, I'm going to be cutting 2. This says, here's our place on fold arrow. That means that we are putting this edge exactly on the fold. The biggest issue I see with students doing this, cutting this part of the project out, is they will put their project on this side. If you do that, you are going to have 4 pattern pieces and you're going to have to sew down the center front of your apron. So, place on fold and then do not cut this edge. So, we are laying our pattern pieces out. We need 3 straps. If we count this, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 layers of fabric here. So this is going to cut us out 4 straps. We only need 3, so we're going to have a spare. As I lay this out, I want to make sure that the top of my pattern is going towards the top of the print on my fabric. This fabric, this houndstooth design, is non-directional, meaning I can have the top be over here or I can have the top be over here. It doesn't matter. If you have cupcakes, for example, you're going to want to make sure the top of your pattern is going towards the top of your cupcakes, or you are going to have an upside down print on your apron. We're now ready to pin our body piece. We do not need to pin the folded edge, simply because we're not going to cut there. So we're just going to start 1 pin at the top, 1 pin at the bottom. We want to make sure that as we are pinning, that we do not let the pins extend over the edge of the pattern, because then when we go to cut, that pin is going to be in the way. The pin should be completely on the pattern piece. You want your pins to be approximately a hand width away, okay? So we're talking hand width, hand width. It doesn't need to be too close. If you pin to pin to pin to pin, you're pin overkill and it's just wasting your time. You want your pins to be about a hand width apart. We're just going to work our way around our apron pattern piece here. The pins go all the way through all 4 layers of fabric and the pattern and then back up to the top. Our pins are about a hand width apart. This is going to hold our pattern in place. As we go to pin the strap, I want to make sure, okay, I know, remembering that these layers are not exactly the same, I just want to make sure that my strap is actually going through all 4 layers. We're going to pin the end of our strap here, and we're going to work our way to the other end of the strap, and then we're just going to put a couple of pins in between. We just need to hold it well enough to cut. It doesn't have to survive the war or anything like that. You just need to pin it well enough that it's not going to move around on you when you're cutting. So we are now ready to move on to step 3. I would highly recommend that you get your teacher to come check off how you've laid out your fabric and laid out your pattern pieces before you cut.